Hello everyone and welcome to the first video on the EmperorBTC YouTube channel. I'll be doing weekly market updates here and tutorials too, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so that you don't miss any of them videos. Today we'll be going through the recent Bitcoin price action and what I'm planning next. So in our last market update video, which we did over on X, I mentioned that I was buying in the 84k to 85k range. Although price dumped a little bit further than I thought it was going to initially, I bought on spot, so I never had any leverage risk. And then on the daily, we formed this long wicked candle, which was then followed by the Trump announcement on Sunday, which obviously caused this pump back into range lows, our value area low, and then near our PLC point of control. I considered this area was always going to be problematic as it is a solid confluence area for a bearish retest, and as you can see by my tweets, I sold or took some profits at 94k before this reversal here. So if you drop down to the 4-hour time frame and have a look at all the lovely annotations I have put on the chart, you can clearly see that the current price action is heavily news driven, especially by the big boss in America, Trump. But it's also evident if you look at daily volume, which has decreased significantly for Bitcoin, and especially for altcoins, which we'll cover later. Open interest and perps has also suffered significantly. And we are no longer at a stage where people are contemplating about giving up or, trying to hold on. A lot of people have capitulated or are down and out, and they won't be back for a while. So in this environment, we become very news dependent because the order books do thin. So any news has potential to change price significantly, which we can see here as we go through it. Trump's tariff wars heat up. This was evident on the US 500 or in the stock market as Trump was pushing executive orders for his tariffs. Crypto kind of lagged behind in that degree, but then eventually had its capitulation. You can see here at the low was the largest weekly ETF outflows reported, which tends to be a sign of potentially a local bottom forming, as ETFs like to buy highs and sell lows. We then get the initial dead cat bounce, where then on Sunday we had the second wind after Trump's crypto reserve news at White House Crypto Summit sent pump, as we looked at earlier on, into the bearish retest. Now we are back down, but this time on this retracement we're in the second largest open interest wipeout from all-time highs ever. So just in relation to the Trump's crypto reserve announcement, and we look at some of the tokens that have been mentioned and we compare them to ETH, which I've mentioned before is significantly underperforming, and rightfully so. We can see here that we had all of them with their initial pump, obviously Cardano and XRP with the biggest of the four pumps. But if we look at ETH, we can see that it's already below its prior lows, where neither of the other three are there yet, although Solana is not far off it. This just really shows the lack of strength in ETH at the moment altogether, and I won't be touching it with a 10-foot pole anytime soon. So if we head on over to CoinAnalyze very quickly, we can have a look at our open interest wipeout, which is one of the best indicators for sentiment. This wipeout, which was 16% from high to current low, which is here, was the second largest in history, which is important because people are tapping out, as I mentioned prior. There are not many perp longs to flush out, so you can see that we've made new lows here where prices are lagging behind. The bottom could probably take 1 to 2 months to form, but the most likely scenario was to have some time capitulation rather than a straight nuke. And if we head on over to CoinGlass and look at the total Bitcoin spot ETF net inflow in USD, we can see that over the past week or so, there's been 2 billion plus worth of net outflows, which includes the largest single day outflows, which was 1 billion on the 25th of February. And so to finish things off, back at the BTC chart for some final thoughts on what I think might happen next. The answer is really, I'm quite unsure. As we've shown, we're currently in a very news-driven environment with a major news-driving event happening on March 7th, which is this week, with the Crypto White House Summit being held for the first time. So I most likely won't make any significant trades between now and then, as for me, with such low volume, it seems like low probability conditions for trading. As you can see here with this key day level, I still have my eyes on it for buying opportunities at that 73k to 70k range if we do get there in between then or after. But I'm more than happy to sit on my hands and wait to see how things play out in the meantime. I hope this market update was insightful. These will become frequent weekly, also with some trading tutorials, so make sure you leave a comment below on what tutorials you'd like to see. Make sure you subscribe and drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.